Shalom. Welcome. Hey, can you let me know if you can hear me? Purely because I don't know half the time. I hope to God this is working. Okay, you can. Excellent. Hello. Welcome to this. We're going to talk about homophobia at the beginning. I'm just going to turn the volume down on everything in this game. Just so you don't have to hear me doing weird stuff on this game. How are we all today? Are we doing alright? Are we alive? I don't know. But yeah, oh god, flies. Just so everyone's aware, the comments on YouTube take a while to come through. So if you want to go on the group chat and like message on the group chat, message me. I've got my phone open so I can see on there. Not particularly live, not really. That's a mood. You can message on there. And I'll pick it up. So, we thriving. Yeah, we thriving. We're not really. We are currently stuck at home. Try that as a link if you're on the main. So, cool. Hi. Hello. So we're going to talk about homophobia today. This is the only way I could get this to work. Was by having the video game open. So, we're just going to stand here and stare at the Colosseum. It'd be me though, it'd be me. Yeah. You did click on the right thing. Welcome, Rocky. So, homophobia. Let's go. I thought we could talk a bit about, I don't know, general kind of stuff, like what it is, who it is, who she be, because we don't like her, and that kind of funky behaviour. So, ow. Is anyone? I love you too. I love all of y'all. I miss y'all. You're a legend. No, you're a legend. Stop. Don't come for me like this. So, let's have a little chat with what is homophobia. Does anyone want to start? I realise the comments are so slow in this. I'm sorry in advance. I get called a freak a lot just because. Okay, and Andrea, I appreciate your comment on the group chat, but I cannot read that out. I miss you too. Andrea, I cannot read that out. It is discrimination against absolute legends. Literally. Yeah, so I mean, obviously I think we all know what homophobia is at this point. You know, a discrimination against the gays, the queers, the trans, the everything that comes under the LGBT title. What time is it? It is 25 to 1. So, why? Question to the group. Why do we think people are homophobic? Like, I don't know. What are we thinking? There's gonna be so many awkward silence, isn't this? It's okay. I'd said nothing of any importance apart from that I love you and I miss you. 'Cause they're assholes. That's true. That is true. Other reasons, sometimes because of religion. Yeah, cool. So why do we think people? So like with religion, why do we think religion might be like a big aspect of people being homophobic? Like, what do we think the reasoning is there? I'm like checking so many different group chats. This is going mad. It was translated wrong in the Bible. Yeah, it was. If you actually read the Bible, it's actually lying with boys, not with men, like you would lie with a woman. So there's actually nothing about that. And also, Jesus said nothing. I'm not even a Christian. But Jesus said nothing about being gay. So some people believe that God made man and woman to be and love and man and woman only. It's actually relating to paedophilia. It is actually relating to paedophilia. But yeah, I think it has fucked over several people. But yeah, so I mean, with that, especially if you read like the original Hebrew as well, it is talking about man with boy, not man with man. Also, the Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I think we've all heard that one at this point, which I find to be the most irritating argument known to man, because just let people love. Is it hurting you? No. Then why do you need to be annoying about it? Calm your ass down, boy. So, yeah. Does anyone want to share? You don't have to. But does anyone want to share their experiences with homophobia? Also, welcome to the Colosseum, by the way. But does anyone want to share? I kind of broke my mum by saying the Bible was not accurately translated. Oh no, tell me more. I'm curious. How did you break your mum? That's a interesting way to put it. But yeah, let's hear more. Also, sorry if you can hear like a vacuum in the background. That would be my mother. She likes vacuuming. Homophobia is where you target or bully someone just because of their sexuality. That can be for many reasons, such as religion, religious reasons, yeah, raisins, yeah. I don't know what to say on raisins. I mean, I don't understand how people can be affected by my gayness. That totally affects them. Yeah, exactly. Like, people are, oh, get that queer stuff out of here, but it doesn't actually affect them as people, because who you love is up to you, and that is your choice to love who you love, or not your choice. The words "it's just a phase." Oh, I hate that so much. I hate that when people are, oh, it's just a phase. It's like, nah, why is there a woman up here? Go home. I actually kind of hate it when people are, oh, but it's clearly just a phase. You know, because like it's clearly not. I saw something earlier, which was like, oh, you know, this guy was like, I've been gay for 86 years, but people still think it's a phase. Basically, my mum was like, do you know that our culture and religion doesn't accept gays, right? And I was like, technically, that me. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I left the branch of Judaism I was in, was because it didn't agree with homosexuality. Because I was brought up Orthodox, and I don't agree that it should be wrong and that God says anything bad about it. Purely because I think people should be free to love who they love and do what they want. I got told to hit myself with a pan because I'm pansexual. That is not cool. That is not cool, bro. Please don't do that. Just generally, don't do that. But also, don't be a complete idiot and try and tell people to do that. Because, surprise, that makes you an arsehole. I'm just going to check the group chat. Well in year 6 is from Rocky, by the way, thank you. Well in year 6, a girl called Angela said that I should go back to America. Oh, that is... Oh boy, that is... You dirty black slave, and that I was a filthy queer. So 2 in 1, racism and homophobia. Yeah. I think this is definitely a problem that people face, especially people of colour who are queer in any form, you know, gender queer or whatever, like sexuality queer. I think it's definitely an issue that people face, purely because, you know, people are idiots, basically, absolute idiots, and they try to. I think people, because there's a lot of gay erasure of POC. I think that's something that needs to be issued, and that's tackled, and that's why so many. That's why LGBT people of colour face higher levels of stuff. I've been told I just need to get with more guys by toxic people from church, No, you don't. You be with who you want to be with. At the end of the day, like, you know, you just have you love who you love, and that is okay. Someone said to me, "Go F yourself," when I coughed in the street, and then they said, "Ew, a rainbow. You support gay? What a dumb freak." I was wearing a rainbow top. Man, no. I think it's well because there's like casual homophobia with people. Is that they're just like, oh, I can say what I want because free speech. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with free speech, but if your free speech is hurting other people, then it is not free speech. Wash hands. Yeah, just wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Also, in case you did not see, Boris Johnson also has the corona. But please wash your hands. You know, hygiene. I think it's stupid that we're having to teach people hygiene now, because you should just wash your hands. Don't be dirty. You know. He's still like a brother to me, but I can't tell him I'm a lesbian. Ooh, thank you. Wash your hands. If you don't, Eric will be so upset with you. I'll be upset with you if you don't wash your hands. I was told I will go to hell and that I'm a sinner for fisting God. You're not a sinner. You're not a sinner at all. Because that's stupid talk. No. Like I think people just kind of take it to an absolutely extreme level with their homophobia, and it's stupid because like these people have done nothing, they've hurt no one, and they're like, oh, the queers are back. Yeah, nah, dude, that's me. I'm the sinner. You're not a sinner. Shut up. No, I refuse to believe that you are a sinner. You are not a sinner at all. No one here is a sinner. Because God forgives. If you believe in God. Or whatever God you believe in. I don't know. Religious freedom. That's all fun. So, moving on then. From one of my friends from primary was also being really homophobic. The one I added to the hot tub in spam chat. And sorry, brain malfunction there. And he called me a dirty landlord. Ooh, nah, not cool, bro. Not cool. That is not cool behaviour. Why can I not get up this wall? Fun fact, please don't do that. I'm being bullied by my nan because I'm pan. Oh my god, honey. I wouldn't even know how to start dealing with that, to be perfectly honest. I think get a pan and make out with it in front of her. That, you could do that. That might not make the situation any better. Purely because, you know, no, don't bully back. That's mean. We're not. No, I'm gonna die. Ooh, didn't die. Don't do that. That's mean. Then she'll be even more scared. That is not the attitude we are trying to promote here. We are trying to promote acceptance and being nice to people. That is not promoting acceptance and being nice to people. Yes, thank you. Don't do it. Because it's not smart. So, how do we think we can tackle, or we can start to tackle homophobia? How do we think we could do that? Ideas from the group while I attempt to climb this stupid building. Shame them. Don't, well, yeah. Politely force it upon them. You could do that. That is a potential solution for many things. What do we think the government could do, for example? So, although I realise the Tories are not the most gay-friendly party, I just sat on a plug. Ow! That is painful. Please don't stand, like, do that. Please. I was gonna say embrace them, yeah. Embarrass them and make them feel bad for doing it, yeah. That is a potential solution. So do we think the government policy could do anything, for example? And like what sort of things we think would be good for the government to introduce? Anything like that? Kill them with kindness, yeah. You can do that. You can kill them with kindness. So be nice to them. You know. They're just misguided people. Like they think you are, but you're not. Because you're better than them. Hate crimes. Yeah. So under the 2010 Equality Act, discrimination based on sexuality or gender, or anything like that, religion, ethnicity, is a hate crime. You can go to prison for it. Make Truss Prime Minister and let him rule over England with a gay. I'd like to be Prime Minister. I'd quite like to be Prime Minister personally. Aside from that though. But yeah, I always personally think the government could always be doing more to like help people who are gay. I'd like to be the first gay Prime Minister. I think that'd be kind of funky. I'd have a nice little bit in the textbook. Also, why be nice to people if they're going to be rude? Then like, hell no, if someone tries to be mean, I'm going to call your mum a hoe. You can do that. I don't recommend it, because I don't personally think violence makes the situation any better. We learned that from the suffragettes, did we not? Support centres for LGBT kids, yeah. The government could, if the government put in like more, like, money, for example, into, you know, LGBT kind of areas, or LGBT suffragettes. I love you, I'm going, I have homework, bye, I love you. I love you too. Stay safe out there, please. Don't do anything stupid. If I wouldn't do it, don't do it. That is my advice to you. That is my entire advice. If I wouldn't do it, don't do it. My name is Andrea, and apparently I'm a hoe. You're not a hoe. Shh, you're not a hoe. But yeah, I think if you, like, don't be mean to people. Because even though they are being annoying people, it's still not fair to, you know. I think one example would be like with the suffragettes, how they didn't get the vote by being violent, they got the vote by doing their part. And I think we could learn from that with the gay movement and the civil rights movement. You know, if we learn from what they did by not being violent. And actually, I'm coming out as non-binary soon, and I'm scared to. Yo, I'm proud, because that takes balls. It takes a lot of balls to do that, and I'm proud of you for thinking you can come out. My advice for that would be, as long as you're safe, and you think you're going to be safe doing it, then that's okay. That is what counts. But do it safely, and don't put yourself in danger. You know. And ultimately, I think I'm here for anyone if they realise they have problems with that, or that, I don't know, they just want to talk about that. I think as well, realise as well, with parents, it can take time for them to kind of adapt to it. For example, Tris. Oh no, man, I forgot what I said. Okay, no, that's cool. We can come back to it. But these things do take time, and it's not always like great realising you have to wait. But I think when you do come out, it does make it better. But you know, just be aware that if it doesn't go quite the way you planned, that's okay. You have the courage to do something about it and try and come out. And I've got all my respect for you for that. No? That's going to take me so long to come out. But as long as you're happy and you're doing something that you think is right, then I can only support you in that, really. Should we go back to homophobia, because this is what this is meant to be about, and it is not happening. So, back to the government. And what was it? Oh yeah, funding gay stuff. This is unrelated, but there are too many nonces talking to me, and it ain't fun anymore because this one nonce is really pissing me off. Block them on whatever it's on. I don't know. I learned I might be broke. Oh, I'm broke too. I throw them out of a window. I hope that's related to the nonce and not the homophobes. But yeah, so government could fund more, definitely. What else are we thinking? Aside from, you know, throw them out a window. You are encouraging their violence. Don't do it. Nonsense don't need windows. Yeah, because all they need is a window into their soul of corruption. That's what they need. That horse is so bad. It's cracking me up. I'm black and gay and that's not fun, but can we try to make more youth centres and stuff? Yeah, definitely. I don't know how close any of you live to Birmingham, but Birmingham's LGBT centre is actually pretty cool. Theirs is actually pretty good. Theirs is, you know, is really inclusive and they're really great guys in there. And, you know, they're really, like, kind of fun stuff. I did it, and my mum and aunt accept me. Oh, yay! That's good. I'm eating outside the window. Thank you, guys. Oh, well done. Oh, well. But yeah, I think, I'm so proud. Wow. Like a proud dad. I think, yeah, a lot of LGBT centres struggle with is being, like, inclusive of everyone. Because they are often run by white government, like, not governments, but white, like, majorities, in a sense. I'm not homophobic too, not surprised, not gonna lie, yeah, nah. Me neither. So I'm just gonna... Ow, that hurt. But yeah, I think... Yay, that worked out much better than I thought it would. Leave me alone, man. Oh, he's gone. I think that a lot of places struggle being inclusive of especially ethnic minorities. Purely because there's different experiences that come with being gay and a person of colour. So then, out of curiosity, to play a bit of the devil's advocate, as it were, how would you prefer LGBT centres to be more inclusive of minorities? So people who've, you know, dealt with this or sort of have seen the problems caused by such things. How would you like it to be kind of dealt with? Shut up. Okay, so here's the thing. Don't come for me about the game I'm playing. I don't need to be attacked by you. I validate my own violence. Honestly, just providing services for everyone. Yeah, I think that's a key thing. Is that a lot of people feel like the services aren't actually for them. And I feel like a lot of them don't actually advertise very well either. Like, you only know about them if you hear through, like, friends who've been, or like you've been before, or you go to another society that's kind of like recommended them to you. and I feel like that's not great. I feel like, especially like some could really advertise themselves more ads using the LGBT flag with the black and brown stripes so we feel represented. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a big thing that people struggle with is, and I feel like it's not well known either. Like people are like, oh, I don't know what this means, so I'm not going to use it because I'm scared of something new. And it's like, nah, use it, man. Make your friends feel more included. How do I get up this tower? I thought you said something other than ads then. I probably didn't. I definitely said ads. But if you're being dirty like that, oh, that's your choice. Oh, no. But yeah, definitely advertising. Do we think that if they advertised better, there would be, like, you know, better homophobia services? I'm actually crying. I haven't been this happy since last time. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that it went well. I really am. Oh, guys, it's cute. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm just stupid, aren't I? I'm so happy for you, really. But yeah, do we think, like, if these kind of services were more readily available, that the homophobia would actually kind of, like, go down as well? How are we thinking on that front? They should actually make the advertisement seem good and not portray the stereotypical gay stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that is a problem. That a lot of advertising faces is that they are really typical. And it is like the typical gay couple, you know, the two really effeminate guys just guying it out, and you're like, okay, but not every gay couple looks like that. You know, Linda, calm down. You know, I definitely think that is something that could be definitely tackled with, you know, just generally. What would we like to see in advertising for gay couples? Like, what sort of stuff are we talking about here? If I just gone the exact same way I just did, I'm so upset. I'm eating my bowl of cereal, sitting on there, consisting of all the chocolate cereal in my house. Do it. No. More diversity. Yeah, if I like represented people for once, that'd be kind of funky. I'd actually quite like that. I think we'd all like a little bit more of the representation. Yeah, something I noticed when I went to that more inclusive ads about the different kinds of gay couples. Yeah, I think as well, one of the issues that people, I think the entire LGBT community face, especially the bi community, is like bi erasure. So, especially like out when you see people and like, oh, you told me you were bi and you identify as female and you're in a relationship with a man, therefore you must be like straight now. It's like, no, that's not how it works, sis. I'm still a queer. Gay memes done right. We should advertise through memes. I think as well something that would make it better, call me absolutely crazy, would be if companies actually like represented different age groups of gay couples as well. Not just, you know, young gays, like all the gays. Would be really nice for some people, especially like older people who might still be like, they deserve representation too, kids. Or cis white gay couples, yeah. Don't be biphobic. There was a car ad about this lesbian couple, and one was pro, and it was kind of cute. Oh, that is actually really cute. But yeah, I think like being more, like realizing that there are more than just the cis couples. I think if you had like a gay trans couple, that'd be really cute. But I think there's a fine line between tokenism and actually doing something about it. Yeah. So most of my question. He text back. Text back, man, do it. So, I already did. Oh, I'm so proud. Well done. I'm so proud of all of you. You're living like your best lives and that, and I need to escape this place before I die painfully. Yes, 2 transgender people in a relationship would be so. It would be, wouldn't it? I dropped a hammer on my foot. Please don't do that. That is so bad for your health. That is so bad. I don't think she's gay, but my best friend. Oh god. But my best friends think she is because we made out once, but I still think she's straight. I mean, ultimately, it's up to them to say whether, what, you know, how they identify, what they identify as, who they are, what they are. You know. It's all about personal choice. Or like, well, feeling comfortable enough to come out in that. I don't think that's something that people just do. But it's neither healthy nor safe. Yeah, direct quote. Absolutely. I think that's got become my direct quote for years. Things are neither healthy nor safe. And I'm not actually responsible for your health and safety at the moment. I'm just here. I was trying to do something and I dropped it. That hurts. Not gonna lie to you. Doing that is painful. But also, in case you hadn't noticed, this whole game is in Italy, so my entire logic is, if you can't get to Italy because of the corona, just go to Italy in a video game. Same thing, about 500 years difference. Oh god. But yeah, I think definitely if we put a little bit more money into stuff, it would kind of deal with stuff. How are we feeling about in schools, like education in schools? So obviously that has its own little problems. How do we think that could be like dealt with? Make sure you're photosynthesized outside, however you can. Yeah, go outside. Don't spend all your time inside, it's not good for you. And I know it's kind of annoying because obviously we're all stuck at home. But go outside, do stuff outside. If you have a pet, take your pet for a walk. If you like going out, just sit outside in your garden, do some work, or have a read of a book, pick up on a book. At the moment, I'm currently reading a book, which is called Marvelous Adventure, but it's taken from a larger book, and it's by Sir Thomas Malory. It's written in 1485. It's a very good book. It's the back end of Lamore Data, which I recommend if you're into weird stuff. But US school, I'm in it, and Young is doing a video call to all the staff, and I can hear it's bored and run out, and it's boring to hear. I miss a structure of school. Yeah. I mean, my advice would be try and maintain some kind of structure to your day. Like, don't not have them because you will go insane. You know, like try and do something still, and try and get up at a reasonable time in the morning. Don't be lying in for like the middle of the day. My foot is luckily not broken. Good. I'm glad for your health there. But yeah, I think as long as you try to like maintain some form of like, you know, structure to your life, do that, because that is the smart thing to do. And I get that it's kind of an awkward kind of situation with all of this going on because no one's quite sure what to do. but I think if you try and maintain something, it'll do you the world of good. This keeps going so off topic. This is just like being back in normal. It's so broken. But yeah, I think if you try and maintain some kind of normality as best you can, or you try to like have some sanity going on, you know, how am I? Or is that how it's everyone? I don't know. This is the problem with this. Actually, you can't tell who is talking to who. Also, if anyone's interested, I completely recommend this game. This is Assassin's Creed, but wait till you're older or you are 18 and above, for legal reasons. But I highly recommend this game. When the game's in daylight, it's actually a very beautiful game. I'm not even gonna lie. In school, it's alright, because I'm actually getting work done. Cannot relate. Whilst I have actually had stuff, I've not really got, not really done much, to be completely honest with you. But that's okay too. This has always gone so off topic, have you noticed? So, back to the topic we were totally meant to be discussing. Homophobia is a thing. We are aware of this as LGBT people. I'm sad again. Why are you sad, my friend? Don't be sad. No. So obviously we've said that government funding would be pretty good. Being inclusive. Anyone have any other comments about that kind of thing before we look at something else? This is like yeah, it really is like a normal session, isn't it? We just go off about something completely different for like 10 minutes and I'll try and bring it back and then it just never works. So let's talk about something else that is related. We've got up to 20 minutes. That's cool. Internalized homophobia is a thing. Is it not? How... First of all, either in the group chat or the comment section, feel free to define internalized homophobia so that everyone is kind of, oh yes, I know, well, bruh, don't we all? Don't we all, my friend? So, you know, feel free to, I don't know, someone, anyone, I don't care where, describe that to me. You don't have to, I don't know, I'm just trying something. When you hate yourself because you feel wrong. Yeah, basically. I think that's a pretty... No. Oh god, why are there so many people? Why are there so many people trying to kill me? What have I done? I've done nothing wrong. Well, that's probably a lie. I probably killed someone last night and they don't like... Is when you hate yourself because you're being gay. Yeah. Basically. And it sucks. Would anyone like to share their experience? You don't have to. It is an optional contribution. Otherwise you end up hearing me like going on about it forever and that no one wants to hear me just to carry on talking. Let's be completely honest. Being gay, being homophobic to others and yourself. Because this whole corona thing, I may not be able to come. Anyone I was going to meet. Oh yeah, it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? This whole thing is definitely sucking. Because it's like ruined so many people's plans. Truth, it's ruined my plans for, you know, exams. Guess we ain't doing that no more. But, yeah. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna come back to it. It's like, I am going to die. So would anyone like to share their I don't know, their experiences with internalized homophobia? Again, it is an optional contribution. You can tell me to over other times of the year, that is true, you can do that. I mean, this thing's not going to last forever, that's what you got to remember. Is that it's not going to be like permanently going on. Ooh, there's some tea. Internalized homophobia, anyone, just not your plant. I understand you're helping a lot making plants though, but and like me, you're not gonna die alone. I'm really trying to bring this back on topic. Can you tell? I'm so desperately trying. But yeah, so internalized homophobia. Would anyone like to share their experience? If you don't, that's okay. Just tell me if you want me to like not talk about internalized homophobia. So I'm just gonna attempt to keep bringing it back. One day I will bring it back. So that's deep, man. That's some deep feels. Please tell me you don't do that anymore, because that's not good for you. I mean, obviously it's not good for you, but like, and that was shit. Yeah, that would be, absolutely. Being closeted, but also, oh god, no, I'm gonna die again. Being closeted, but also trying to be straight is hard. Yeah, trying to pretend like everything's okay when it's like clearly not. It's quite hard. And I think when you're trying to normalize yourself and you're struggling to normalize it, that's when I feel like absolute shite. Man, get some help. Go and get some help, please. You know, it's a serious thing. Go and get some like serious help, and like try and come out of it if you can. I understand it's really hard. I know what it's like, you know what I mean? But get some help from me. Like, if you're gonna do it for anyone, do it for me. Because, like, if you don't get help, it gets worse. And then, me and my nan, she found out, yeah. Again, get help for that too. Like, don't suffer with that. Don't suffer in silence with it, because it's not, it just makes it so much worse. You know. Maybe talk to your parents about that as well, because obviously that's not acceptable. You know, that's not acceptable behaviour, that's not okay behaviour. So like, please go and actually like talk to someone about that. Or like do something or something like that. You know, I want y'all to be safe and y'all to be happy and alright, and you know, doing okay in life. Obviously, if there's problems at home, that does make it a lot harder. But I want y'all to be trying to be happy at least, if that's possible. I actually quite like that. But yeah, I mean, if you do have problems at home, do try and get some help. Whether it's you trust your parents, you can talk to your parents about things. There's stuff like online counselling available as well. I know it's not great, but It is better than nothing. So, you know, like, please do try and get some help if you can. And also, there's some real good sites for dealing with homophobia as well. I've been clean for 2 months. Yay, I'm proud. It's the best way to be. Best way to be. Absolutely the best way to be. And try and keep it up. You know, it's hard going. But if you can keep it up, and just think that a day is another day. Yeah, progress is progress. I like one day is another day. And that's what you've got to remember. So ultimately, if it's been a bad day as well, like that, if that's okay, that's not going to be every day. And as long as you're trying to kind of leave the rut, then, you know, at least then you're trying to do something, you're not sort of just sat, like, suffering. Yay! See, those are the things that count. Because you're trying, and that's the main part. And you know, there are bad days, there are good days and bad days. But if you're trying, you can say you're trying. And that's the best part. Progress is progress no matter what. Exactly. Yeah, I think if you feel like you need some help, please do go and get it. Like, don't just like sit there and suffer with it. I've been clear for a couple of months. See, that's good, man. That's good. As long as you're trying your best. And I understand, like, being stuck at home with potentially homophobic parents isn't ideal. Obviously, nothing about this is ideal. But what I think I'll do is I'll put some places in the group chat that you can go to if you need help. You know, if you're struggling with something, I'll put some things on where you can go and get some help with some things, talk to people. A couple of charities I know that have like some really good like talking sessions, and as far as I'm aware, they're still going on despite this whole corona situation. As far as I'm aware, anyway. But I mean, if you can sort of try to be as okay as you can, then that's better than nothing. Like I said, I get that it's quite hard. But yeah, I think I'll put some stuff up that you can go and have a look at if that's something you'd be interested in or you feel might be good for you as well. I don't know, maybe it'll be good for you. Maybe it'll be absolute trash and then you'll kill me for it later. It's worth a shot, is it not? But yeah, I think I'll do that for you. I know some pretty good sites. Well, at least I think they're pretty good. A couple of them are some charities I work with, so I'm a little bit biased, I will admit. But yeah, put you in touch with some good little organisations that will hopefully be quite useful for you, with any luck. So about next week as well, same time again next week, because obviously lessons are, well actually no, I won't have lessons. I don't know if you guys have lessons or not, but I won't. But yeah, so next week I'm going off the topics that people said they wanted to talk about. I've got like a list. that someone, maybe it was Avery, I don't know. Sorry if it was yours idea and I can't remember. I don't have lessons either, don't worry. But someone wanted to talk about pride and capitalism, which I thought would be quite an interesting thing to talk about. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more organised than this. But who really knows at this point? Because Goose is really good. Yeah, I mean, I know people like kind of slate it and be like, it's because school recommends it, but like legitimately, it's actually kind of good. It does sound interesting. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Something we could talk about, which, especially with like pride and companies supporting pride, and whether they're really supporting pride or they're just doing it for the cash. I think that'd be something that'd be really interesting to talk about. Hopefully you guys think it will be too. And then we can have like a little chat about it, get people's opinions. Unfortunately, this is literally like the only way that I can do anything. So you do get to see me run around Rome like an absolute madman. I've never got one company's profit off pride. Yeah, it's quite stupid, but we'll talk about it and we'll kind of have a little sesh with it. Cough cough. Sainsbury's did that. Yeah, they did, 100%. A lot of companies do. Birmingham, we go to Birmingham around June, and a lot of like the stuff has like big brain make your own pride merch. Yeah, make your own pride merch. I think like a lot of companies try to profit off it. If anyone wants something really good though, that I think is really kind of cool, is Aberystwyth Uni, where I'm going to be going. It has its own pride event every year, and they don't make any profit off it. Like all the profit goes back into charity. Primark have a good pride range, but then there's, well, like I said, we'll talk about it next week. But it also raises questions of, are they in it for the money, or do they actually support gay people? Questions we will discuss next week when we reconvene to discuss the homosexuality. Oh, it is quite a good pride range, but you do have to question these things, don't you? But yeah, we'll talk about it, get people's opinions, see how people feel about stuff, and also maybe like define things if people aren't quite sure what they are. We'll have like a little, I'm actually going over there, right, okay then, never mind. Have a little sesh, see what people are thinking, considering as an option. Yeah, we'll do that. Bye, children. Love you. I love you too. I have to sign off for the day. See you next week. I'll see y'all next week too. I hope you guys have fun with whatever it is they're making you do these days, or whatever you're doing at home. Stay safe. Stay indoors, unless you have to leave the house. If your parents are key workers, say thank you. They're doing so much for this country, and we owe them a lot. And yeah, like I said, just stay safe if you can. I went to Cardiff Primark and they donate 50% of their sales to gay charities. That's cool, actually. To be fair though, Cardiff is actually really good for gay rights. One of their gay bars is on the main street, and their university is actually a Stonewall recognised uni, so they are actually really good for gay rights. Can you please move off of this little ledge onto the little ledge that is right below you? How hard is this Italian man? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, Cardiff's actually kind of pretty. It's actually really good for its gay stuff, not even going to lie. It was one of the reasons why I considered them for university, because their gay stuff is so good. And Aberystwyth, I think, is actually even better. I think personally. Just because, you know, like I said, they have their own pride event, they're LGBT. Do you want to go to uni at Cardiff or Aber? They're both really good unis. I recommend both of them. I also recommend actually looking around the uni first. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I do have I love Aberystwyth. I'm going there, and I love it. I'm kind of in love with the place. But yeah, I'm gonna go. So Carlos was really cute. Yeah. But stay safe, stay indoors, wash your hands, hand sanitize, cough into a tissue, sneeze into a tissue, then wash your hands. Yeah, stay indoors, stay safe, stay occupied. Don't get too bored. Get help if you need help, please. Don't suffer. There is massive museums. But stay safe, stay indoors. Stay at home, save lives. And yeah, try and have a good week with whatever you have going on. And like I said, get help. I'll put some help stuff on the group chat for you if you need it. But yeah, that's all from me, kids, this week. It's nice to talk to all of you. Auf Wiedersehen, die Klasse.